So today we're going to start our study of financial accounting. And in these first two chapters, chapter one and chapter two, we're just setting the foundation for accounting, and uh, which is kind of different. This book, I've used a book from this series, AME. I used it in the managerial accounting, and this is the first time now I'm using this book, the Financial Accounting Principles version 5.0. I'm using it for financial because before in financial, I used an OpenStax title. And so hopefully this series is better for us. The managerial accounting was a lot better. So hopefully this one's a lot better as well for the financial accounting piece. But chapters one and two, they kind of unique. They talk about kind of a personal aspect, and then they bring it then into a business aspect, which I like because I think that's going to be pretty valuable for you, especially just thinking about the situation that you're in, and then looking to what comes next. So that's why I'm here sitting in my virtual kitchen, just because talking from home in these first uh, sections. So no, my kitchen does not look like the photograph behind me. I wish it did, but it doesn't. But anyway, so chapter one, it is called Financial Statements Personal Accounting. And so it's kind of just breaking down uh, some things and kind of bringing it. First, they're going to talk about as an individual, and then they'll bring it into speaking about for a corporation. So making it real to you. This is from page 2 of the text. So you may not realize it, but everywhere you go, just about everything you do has something to do with accounting. From the coffee you buy on the way to work or school, to the cost of the cellular service you rely on for your smartphone, to the college courses you enroll in and the textbooks you buy. These are all transactions. They all involve accounting. So everything that you do, obviously you go to commissary, you do your box order, anything that you do that's, involving accounting. Perhaps you have a part-time job and receive a printed paycheck from your employer, or perhaps your pay is electronically deposited into your bank account. Consider how you pay for food, transportation, and personal needs, as well as to save for your short-term and long-term financial goals. Whether you pay for all of your personal needs with cash, by credit card, or an electronic payment system, this involves accounting for both you and the business that provides these goods and services. It is all accounting. So again, we're going to start with something personal. So let me go ahead and get the PowerPoint up for us. And this chapter one, has 10 sections. So each one of these videos, they actually are pretty short sections. So they should be pretty short. So again, this is chapter one, financial statements, personal accounting. So again, the purpose of accounting. So accounting is a system to identify, measure, and to communicate all the financial activities of an individual or a business, right? So personal accounting, we'll get to that. So it is important to maintain records of the activities that increase or decrease your net worth, such as how much you earn, how much you invest, and how much you spend. And technically, normally we're speaking of this in terms of on a personal level, on a business level, I mean. But they're kind of, again, starting more on a personal level and then bring it in. The one thing I will say now is just to be aware of the fact that in a business, you keep what you do on a personal side, separate from what you do on a business side. That's actually an IRS requirement, and that's required, that you do that. So you maintain separate bank accounts, separate things, for your business and for your personal. But here they're just kind of they're explaining it this way on a personal side to kind of help us to understand, what to do, right? So again, Assets are those items that we own. They're things that we possess, right? And so, and on trying to see if they don't show that, but at the bottom of page 3, they show a car, maybe a laptop, a television, maybe you own your home. Those are things that you own. Those are things that you have. And then liabilities are the things that you owe. So you might have a bank loan, you might have an unpaid medical bill, you might have a mortgage on your home or a car note or a student loan. Those are things that you owe, and those are liabilities. And the difference between your assets and if you take away from those your liabilities, that is your net worth. And another way to think about net worth when we get to that point, which we're not there yet, is your net worth basically is equity. And we'll get to that later, and we'll talk more later about what the accounting equation is and so on and so forth. So what is the purpose of accounting? Is it to practice accountability? Is it to measure and to communicate the financial activities of an individual or business? Or is it to improve financial discipline? Or is it to improve logical thinking? So, what do we think the purpose of accounting is? And it is to allow us to measure and to communicate financial activities for either an individual, which is what we're going to start out talking about, or for a business.